This podcast is a 98 Studios production.
Today's the day, baby.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the motherfucking day.
Today is the day.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Today's the day.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Today's the Day with Zack Anderson. We got something special, and I'm excited to go and announce this and give you guys the little inside scoop before it happens. We launched an episode with one of the scrolls from The Greatest Salesman in the World, that book, the scroll marked 1, and got really good feedback. People loved it, and they wanted to go and hear the rest of the scrolls. So I'm very excited. We are going to be going through all of the scrolls throughout the course of this season. So you guys will have solo episodes of me going through these scrolls, giving my personal experience with them, reading them out. And I definitely want you guys to understand why we're doing that, why I think it's worth the time, the money, the effort of me, the studio, everybody go put this out for you guys. And it's really, really, really hard to put into words, but this book has changed my life in more ways than I can explain. This book, found it when I was 19 years old. It got recommended to me. I read it and I practiced what it tells you to practice. The reason I think I got so much out of this book is because it has the best call to action of any book I think I've ever read, where it's like, hey, this is the blueprint. Here's the story that teaches you the principles and gives you the principles. Here's the blueprint of how to go and apply it and understand it at an intrinsic level and really, really, really wrap your head around it and then implement it in your day-to-day life. And I followed that to a T for over a year. I've done it year over year. I reread them and I reread the scrolls the way that it's described to. And it's been amazing. It's been a massive, massive life-changing book because the principles are not just principles for sales. And not to spoil the book at all, but throughout the story that the main character goes and basically gets, by the end of the book, gets the secrets to life and fulfillment and success. And they're in these scrolls. And as you read through them, it teaches you all of the secrets to finding success, whatever that may be to you. So to me, success is fulfillment and joy and happiness and making a mark and helping everyone around you. And these are these secrets to doing that, whether you're in sales, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, whether you're starting a business, whether you're working like in your dream career, whether you don't know what your career is yet, these principles, if you take them through life, can change your life and the people around you. And I cannot emphasize how important this book has been to me and how valuable specifically these scrolls have been to me. And I don't think there's any way to really go extract the value from these that you could outside of reading the book and doing the call to action that it calls you to at the end of the book. So I challenge you guys, hopefully this just sparks your interest, or maybe you've already done this and you've already had it change your life. And these episodes are just good reminders and a quick listen on a drive to be like, okay, I want to go review the scroll mark 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm very excited to go through these scrolls and I hope you guys love them as much as I do. And if you have any questions, swipe up on any of the stories, message in on Instagram, whatever it may be, wherever you can go leave feedback. And I'm happy to go talk openly about how these have affected and changed my life. And I'd love to hear as you guys go and implement these things, or if you read them or if you implement them, the changes you see and kind of the lessons that you learn. Because every time I go read these, I learn different lessons. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy all the scrolls. It's going to be a fun series. It's going to be me reading, which is boring. So if you're very welcome to skip through that part, read it on your own. And then if you care to listen to my experiences with it, I would love that. All right. Today's scroll is the OG scroll, and you're about to know why. This scroll reinforced why the podcast is named what it's named, why we try and stick to the questions we stick to and get the guests that we get. And as always, I'm not gonna keep saying it on every scroll, but this is one of my favorite scrolls. It's one of the best scrolls in the book, and this is the scroll marked 5. The scroll marked 5. I will live this day as if it is my last. And what shall I do with this last precious day which remains in my keeping? First, I will seal up its container of life so that not one drop spills itself upon the sand. I will waste not a moment mourning yesterday's misfortunes, yesterday's defeats, yesterday's aches of the heart, for why should I throw good after bad? Can sand flow upward into the hourglass? Will the sun rise where it sets and set where it rises? Can I relive the errors of yesterday and right them? Can I call back yesterday's wounds and make them whole? Can I become younger than yesterday? Can I take back the evil that was spoken, the blows that were struck, the pain that was caused? No. Yesterday is buried forever, and I will think of it no more. I will live this day as if it is my last. And what then shall I do? Forgetting yesterday, neither will I think of tomorrow. Why should I throw now after maybe? Can tomorrow's sand flow through the glass before today's? Will the sun rise twice this morning? Can I perform tomorrow's deeds while standing in today's path? Can I place tomorrow's gold in today's purse? Can tomorrow's child be born today? Can tomorrow's death cast its shadow backward and darken today's joy? Should I concern myself over events which I may never witness? Should I torment myself with problems that may never come to pass? No. Tomorrow lies buried with yesterday, and I will think of it no more. I will live this day as if it is my last. This day is all I have, and these hours are now my eternity. I greet this sunrise with cries of joy as a prisoner who is reprieved from death. I lift mine arms with thanks for this priceless gift of a new day. So too I will beat upon my heart with gratitude as I consider all who greeted yesterday's sunrise who are no longer with the living today. I am indeed a fortunate man, and today's hours are but a bonus undeserved. Why have I been allowed to live this extra day when others far better than I have departed? Is it that they have accomplished their purpose while mine is yet to be achieved? Is this another opportunity for me to become the man I know I can be? Is there a purpose in nature? Is this my day to excel? I will live this day as if it is my last. I have but one life, and life is not to be a measurement of time. When I waste one, I destroy the other. If I waste today, I destroy the last page of my life. Therefore, each hour of this day will I cherish, for it can never return. It cannot be banked today to be withdrawn on the morrow, for who can trap the wind? Each minute of this day will I grasp with both hands and fondle with love, for its value is beyond price. What dying man can purchase another breath though he willingly give all his gold? What price dare I place on the hours ahead? I will make them priceless. I will live this day as if it is my last. I will avoid with fury the killers of time. Procrastination I will destroy with action. Doubt I will bury under faith. Fear I will dismember with confidence. When there are idle mouths, I will not listen. When there are idle hands, I will linger not. Where there are idle bodies, I will visit not. Henceforth, I know that to court idleness is to steal food, clothing, and warmth from those who I love. I am not a thief. I am a man of love, and today is my last chance to prove my love and my greatness. I will live this day as if it is my last. These duties of today I shall fulfill today. Today I shall fondle my children while they are young. Tomorrow they will be gone, and so will I. Today I shall embrace my woman with sweet kisses. Tomorrow she will be gone, and so will I. Today I shall lift up a friend in need. Tomorrow he will no longer cry for help, nor will I hear his cries. Today I shall give myself in sacrifice and work. Tomorrow I will have nothing to give, and there will be none to receive. I will live this day as if it is my last. And if it is my last, it will be my greatest monument. This day I will make the best day of my life. This day I will drink every minute to its full. I will savor its taste and give thanks. I will make every hour count and each minute. I will trade only for something of value. I will labor harder than ever before and push my muscles until they cry for relief, and then I will continue. I will make more calls than ever before. I will sell more goods than ever before. I will earn more gold than ever before. Each minute of today will be more fruitful than hours of yesterday. My last must be my best. I will live this day as if it is my last, and if it is not, I shall fall to my knees and give thanks. These are tongue twisters. No, I as I go through and I reread these scrolls, I think back to times when I was going through whatever I may have been going through, and these scrolls got me through them. And for a lot of you guys, whether you're in business, whether you're in door-to-door, whether you're in sales, whatever you may be doing, it's such a trap to get stuck thinking about the past and getting hung up on yesterday's failures or shortcomings or whatever it may be. And I really, really had a hard time with that. Especially as I got into like the professional world, because now when you're an adult and you have to go provide and you have to go earn money, if you're failing at that, it can get really heavy if you hold on to it. And I love the first paragraph of this scroll where it talks about how silly it is to think about yesterday. Sand can't flow upwards in a time glass. Sun is not going to rise where it sets and set where it rises, right? Time doesn't go backwards. So getting caught up in the past is completely pointless. It does no good. The following paragraph after that then talks about how you're not going to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow, not only does it do you no good, it causes anxiety and causes these negative emotions because you're trying to force something to happen that may never happen. And if you're spending all of your time and focus and energy being someplace that doesn't exist yet and may never exist, although that's kind of could be looked at as a morbid way of viewing it, no value comes from that. None. Only anxiety comes from that. And as I read through that, I'm like, holy cow, dude, I remember specific instances where I'm like, this is what I needed to hear in that moment. And this was the scroll I was reading. And a really, really easy example of that was my second year in door-to-door. It was a big year for me. It was my breakthrough year. And I remember I would have like insane anxiety attacks at the end of the day. And it wasn't because I wasn't doing well. In fact, I was doing incredibly well compared to what anyone thought I would do after my first year. But I had such a lofty goal in my eyes that to me seemed damn near impossible, that it would literally keep me up at night thinking about the next day. Like, tomorrow I've got to go sell 3 to stay on pace. And that anxiety would keep me away. It would prevent me from doing what I needed to do to go and find the success I was trying to find. It was super self-defeating. And I remember I was reading through this scroll around midway through that summer, and it was so helpful to just remind myself, like, hey, I'm lucky if I even wake up tomorrow. So I need to be in the moment where I'm at right now. And it would help me sleep. It would help me get over these crazy, like just attacks of panic attacks that I get at night. My heart rate was going crazy. I was sweating and it was miserable. And then also on the days when I was working, but I started like drifting off mentally to, oh, dude, I got to go have a month 30% bigger than my best month in August, my final month to go and hit my metrics that I want to hit. And I'd catch myself drifting when I'm supposed to be working tirelessly and so focused, and I wasn't focused. And this would help me go hone right back in and realize, dude, right now is all that matters. And I love that paragraph for that. And then as it talks about life is not a measurement of time, and if you waste one day, you destroy another day. And if you're going to exchange your time, exchange it for something of value. Don't fall victim of procrastination and wasting time and just kind of like wandering through life. Go exchange your time, your valuable time that's worth more than anything, for things that bring you value. And that is really helpful to me, because later in my life, I started learning. I always viewed this at first of like all of my time had to be spent progressing me in my realm of success in my work life and everything like that. So I was working tirelessly every morning, every night, always doing something. And now I view it a little bit different. It's like, no, that's not necessarily what it means. What it means is don't go live like lifelessly and pointlessly. And if you're exchanging your time, go exchange it for something that brings you value. And yes, in a lot of cases, that might be your business, your profession, what makes you money. But in other situations, it means, dude, be deliberate with your fun. Like, the way I interpret this now is when my weekly planning, I go plan fun. I go plan rounds of golf. I go plan dirt bike rides. I go plan being outside. I go plan vacations and trips. And then when I'm on those vacations and trips, that's where I'm at, because that's what I'm exchanging my time for. So I'm going to get the value out of it, the joy out of it, the fun out of it. And then when I'm working, I'm very deliberate with my work, because all I can think about is I'm never going to get this time back. I may as well get something out of it. And I love that paragraph as well. It's such a simple thing to think about. And it's the title of this podcast. It's Today's the Day, right? And it's so simple to think about, but it's so hard to live religiously and live consistently. And I guess for me, this lesson, obviously with the name of the podcast, you guys can tell, and I talk about it on nearly every episode, learning to be where my feet are has brought me so much happiness and so much fulfillment and monetary success and all the other stuff, which is great. But like, it's deepened my relationships. It's brought me fulfillment. It's brought me happiness, joy, fun, wealth, all of the above, because I've tried really hard to get better at being where my feet are and not allowing myself to give into the angst of the future or the thought of failure from the past, because we've all got it. And if you carry it around, it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. So I hope this scroll hits hard, and I hope you guys can internalize the scroll and what it's trying to communicate. And that's the scroll marked 5. I will live this day as if it is my last. I hope that's helpful, you guys. I love these things. I'm stoked to get through the rest of these with you guys. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, much love. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As always, it was a blast for me. I hope you got something out of this. If you got something out of this video of value, share this with a friend, and please go show your love. We're on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Any ratings, comments, likes, shares, they go a very long way, and they make it so I can keep doing these things for you, and I would appreciate it greatly. So please go share with a friend. Until next time.